Hey guys, welcome back to the Cult Classic Kate Show, and today there's a lot of things to talk about. Honestly, this is probably the first of many videos today, but we gotta talk about IGN, man, because they've been throwing a lot of shade at Hogwarts Legacy, and this piece that they have on their YouTube channel is the utmost disrespectful, in my personal opinion. Goes to show it's just an example of why the gaming community has left behind games journalism. Most of the time just mocks and shames and laughs at it, deservingly so, because we didn't just get here overnight. Over the course of many years, games journalism has proven to be politically driven nonsense, baby dribble vomit, pretty much. And this is no different. When you expect a large publication in the gaming industry, such as IGN, to be professional, understand how to go about reporting video games, you don't expect them to do things like this. Personally, for me, I do expect them to do things like this, but overall, the general individual expects IGN to be relatively professional in what they do. And the particular piece I'm going to be commenting on is written by Luke Winky, which is a crazy, crazy name, mind you. Yeah, I mean, maybe this is a precursor of, bad takes, but it's written by him and narrated by Ryan McCaffrey. And, hey, Ziglord, what's good, little buddy? We're going to bring you to the video right now. And let's just listen in on this absolute buffoonery before us. And Ziggy is biting my string on my sweater.
Of course, anyone who chooses to play Hogwarts Legacy must contend with all sorts of contradictions, most of which are far more important than the usual dissonance we tend to find in video games. J.K. Rowling has established herself as one of the most prominent anti-trans mouthpieces on the planet. The character creator in Hogwarts Legacy offers a huge amount of gender diversity, but that cannot change the fact that the author of these books remains the proprietor of the Harry Potter intellectual property. If purchasing this video game feels like a tacit endorsement of Rowling's retrograde worldview, nobody can say you're wrong. I spoke with Alan too about these questions during my visit, and you can read the results of our conversation on IGN, but you're not likely to find a clean answer to those concerns. It looks like we're finally getting a good Harry Potter game. Shouldn't it feel better than this? For more on Hogwarts Legacy...
No, do not check with IGN, because clearly they're just a bunch of clowns, man. Look, you're supposed to be discussing the game, and I actually discussed the article which they did interview the developer and blatantly asked about J.K. Rowling's trans comments and such, and their response was very professional, mind you, from the developer, and they iterated and then had to reiterate that the game is made for everyone. They're not trying to make any statement. Just because of what J.K. Rowling said does not mean that they support what she said in any way, shape, or form. They went out of their way to make this game potentially for everyone who wishes to play it, which is respectable, and he had nothing else to say about that, which completely understood. They're there to make the game and make sure that the game is in good working order, not to, essentially rebut J.K. Rowling's political statements. So why does IGN feel the need to bring that up on a video that literally is titled Hogwarts Legacy, the final preview? It's almost as though they're trying to, throw shade at people who are interested in this. Like, they should, not necessarily feel good about their purchase. Look, gamers they don't want to be involved in this political nonsense. Why is it that we're being, forced or meant to feel bad for just wanting to play a game that looks like a lot of fun? Once again, I reiterate the fact that this game is not being judged on its merits. It's being beaten down by insane individuals that are just extremely obsessed with someone who has not written this game, has not had any direct involvement in this game. Why does IGN feel as though it's completely warranted to bring up J.K. Rowling's political views in a final preview of the video game itself? It has nothing to do with the video game. This is why people just do not take games journalism seriously. This is why gamers typically dunk on IGN as well as like Polygon and Kotaku. IGN is no better than a lot of these other sites. They just simply, have a bigger following and have managed to stay afloat a little better than a Kotaku or a Polygon. Overall, the massive decline in games journalism continues, and in my opinion, it's going to happen one way or another, specifically because we have, influencers that are capable of garnering so much more attention than an IGN or, any of these other review sites. But also, it is in part to the fact of bad actors that want to include politics in discussions about video games that are upcoming, or wanting to, throw shade at developers themselves. If you're going to continue to ask the same politically oriented question towards a developer, what's going to incentivize them to return for yet another interview? I wouldn't want to personally. I don't feel as though I have to justify someone else who I don't know, who I've never really been directly involved with. I don't feel the need to have to address their political statements. Go, hunt down J.K. Rowling the obsessive weirdo ass way that you guys continue to do so. I don't want to be involved in any of it. At the end of the day, I'm sure that that developer just wants to, show that the hard work that was put into this project, the hard work that many developers have put many years, into. They put many years of their lives into this video game, and people are trying to completely sabotage that for things that are completely out of their control that they have no involvement in. But yeah, guys, I think that this is a real clown move on IGN's part, and they really need to stop doing this, especially if they want to see any thought, if they want to see positivity from the gaming community, because at this point, it's things like this that just make us gamers write these websites off and really not pay them any mind at all, or just mock and shame. Because at this point, the saying goes very, very, very legitimately, can't spell ignorance without IGN. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think about this situation. Can like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me over on Twitch or Twitter if you want to continue the conversation. And guys, without being said, I'm out. Peace.